Hi, Buki. I hope you're feeling extra gorgeous today because you are. How are you? My name's Sen. And today I'm gonna be sharing with you guys one of my hot girl secrets. And that'll be doing my own nails. Because getting your nails done at a salon in this economy.
Jump scare.
Who said that? I also did like a Hailey Bieber glazed brown, glazed donut type of look today. I kind of want to fit into the whole clean girl aesthetic. I'm gonna be sharing my secrets and not only on how I do my nails, but how to make them last. Because, girl, we can't like do our nails for 8 hours and it to last like 3 days.
No.
My sets usually last around a month. Anywho, I'm not gonna sit here and ramble all day. Let's get to the video. Our first step would be opening our proximal folds, only because I wanted to do a Russian Manicure nail prep for this set. You can use one of those wooden pushers for this one. I just prefer using the metal one because it's stronger and less flimsy than the wooden one. You don't really have to push too much for this step. You just have to make sure that the dead skin lifts from the nail bed, just so we can then use our flame bit. Moving on, I'm gonna be using a cuticle flame bit to start the Russian prep. I am gonna be using it in forward direction and moving towards the left side. You don't really need to have really high RPMs for this one. I'm just using mine at around 6 to 7 RPM. When I tell you, you need to be super careful while doing this because if you don't angle it flat to the nail bed, it can give you rings of fire, which is not a good view. Switching over to the other side of my nail, I'm gonna be switching the direction to reverse, same speed, 6 to 7 RPM. And when you're doing this, guys, please make sure that you don't apply too much pressure. The cuticle area of your nail bed is actually super sensitive, so make sure that you don't nick your skin while doing this. Just enough so that the dead skin will lift so we can cut it later. And speaking of cutting, this is my cuticle scissors. This is broken, by the way. I have to tape it. Now, before you do this, I wanted to let you know that this is not a necessary step. It's really just optional, guys. If you wanted to cut your cuticles, it's more so just aesthetic choices. If you decided not to do it, it's not really gonna affect the integrity or the longevity of the Gel X nails, so you don't really have to worry about that. But if you are gonna do it, and if it's your first time, make sure that you do it slowly. This footage is in fast forward. Don't expect that I do my cuticles this fast. The way I did it when it was my first time was that I cut really slow and that I kind of feel it if it hurts before I fully cut the cuticle, if that makes any sense, and it really helped me. Now this one is an important step. You can't skip this one. Generally, when you do your nails, you want to give your natural nails or your nail bed some texture for gel or any other materials to stick better. You can either do this with a regular buffing block, or in my case, I'm using a mandrel bit with a 240 grit sanding band, and I'm using it at around 2 to 3 RPMs. 3 is even a stretch. You don't need to be doing this aggressively, by the way. Now we're gonna be sizing our tips. I'm using Almond Medium Natural from Apres, and when I size my tips, I make sure that it fits sidewall to sidewall. I don't really mind if it fits the cuticles because I don't really shove my Gel X tips up to my cuticles anyways. Reason being is I'm able to blend it better that way. So after sizing our tips, I'm just gonna be etching the underside. Is that even a word? I don't know. We're generally just applying the same logic as what we did to our natural nail, applying texture so that gels would adhere better to it. I have been religious to these Morova Nail Prep Dehydrator and Extra Strength Primer. First step is gonna be our dehydrator, and if you guys are interested with any of the products that I'm using, I'm gonna be linking it down below in my description. They are affiliate links, but you're helping me, so you know, it's a win-win. You can be messy with the dehydrator, but with the primer, when you're applying this, make sure that you don't get it on your skin and that you only apply a thin layer. What I've noticed is that when you apply too much of the primer, it would start to peel. You know, one of those satisfying ways of how you remove nail polish back then, you peel it. Guys, this is my secret. Oh, this is my jam. This is my holy grail. This is my secret sauce. I will say that this is the reason that my nails would last me for a month. This is the Gelish Foundation Flex, and no, I'm not sponsored. The very mechanism that helps make your sets last longer when using this is that this is super flexible, so when you stub your nails, it's not gonna snap, it's just gonna bend. And just with any other gels, if you get it on your skin, remove it. because that's not cute. And then we're gonna cure it for 60 seconds, of course. Before we apply the tips, we're gonna be applying a layer of extend gel to our nails. Don't question me, I know this is a lot of steps, but this has worked for me. And I'm throwing away all my secrets to you guys. So yeah, I tried in the past to go directly with the glue and skip the base, and it didn't really work. I would suggest for you guys to invest in a lamp that's more than 40 watts, just to make sure that it's curing all the way through and cure everything for more than 60 seconds. I am gonna be using this really cool motion censored lamp to apply my tips, and the way I do it is that I apply a thin layer of extend gel and then apply a bit of a blob at the end, and then I apply it a centimeter away from the cuticle, and then I cure it just like that. Now I do have to say, I have cried multiple times with heat spikes, and I don't know how to avoid it. I've been doing my nails for almost a year now, and I still don't know how to prevent heat spikes. There are gonna be some instances where gel would squirt out at the top part, as you can see right here, but don't worry, we can still file it out later. I do put it under the flash cure lamp for around 20 seconds. I don't really go under that. I'm just cautious, you know, I'm anxious like that. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment brown hearts emoji as our secret emoji in the comments down below, so I know who my real baddies are. I love everybody though, even though some of y'all skip through my videos like that. There are gonna be some instances as well that it's gonna squirt on the side. Do make sure that you remove that before it dries, because it's harder to remove it that way. The best way that I found to remove it is to use a brush and 100% acetone. I know we flash cured everything into place, but we have to cure it fully under a bigger UV lamp, because flash cure lamps don't cure all the way through. What you are seeing me do right here is that I'm doing some minor reshaping. I really love the shape of the almonds from a puree. I just like to remove like the little crinkly top part. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes, not all the time, I do make the sides thinner. By making it thinner, it would appear that I have longer fingers, and it looks more feminine that way as well. Now to blend the tips with your natural nail, I'm going to be using the mandrel bit and the sanding bit again on 240 grit, and this is a bit faster now, around 11 to 15 RPM. The technique that I'm doing is I'm removing that very harsh demarcation line of where the tip starts and where my natural nail ends. And please be very careful while you do this, because you can easily dig into your natural nails, and it's not gonna be the most pleasing feeling when you do that, trust me. I've done it multiple times already. The best way to approach this is to lay the mandrel bit really flat to your nails, just so the edge won't dig in. So after blending the cuticles, and since we're using the mandrel bit, I'm just gonna be applying more texture to the top part of the tips. Again, you can use a buffing block for this, you can use a nail file even, and the very reason why we're doing this is just so the nail polish on top would last longer. I have tried not doing this step in the past, and my nail polish did peel off, and I was left with just a clear nail, which was weird, to say the least. And also make sure that you don't overfile, because if you did, it would mess with the integrity of the tips. It would make it flimsier if you overdid it. This next step is something that I only did recently, and this is applying acetone to the cuticle of the nails. And what this does is that it leaves your gel X tips looking like it's growing out of your cuticles. It's actually pretty scary how much this one singular step elevates the whole look of your nails. I mean, if you guys can see right here, it literally looks like they're my natural nails. And now I can safely be that girl that says, oh, these are my natural nails. I don't do my nails. These are natural. Yeah. I like applying a layer of gel before applying color, so I'm using Orly Gel FX Builder in a bottle, and what this does is that it actually gives your nails more strength, because this is technically hard gel. Doing this also helps blend the Gel X tips to your natural nail by covering the free area at the top that was not covered by the tips. And if you also want a more structured look, you can also build your own apex by applying a bit more and then flipping it. Guys, with any steps, if gel ever gets on your skin, please remove it to avoid contact dermatitis, because there's no cure to that. And if you start getting contact dermatitis, it actually prevents you from getting dental fillers in the future. Okay, so now we're applying this earthy brown color all over the nails. I am only applying one coat of this because this one is pretty opaque. This one is by Born Pretty. If you want the exact color that would look like the one that Hailey Bieber was using, I would suggest using Orly Coffee Break. I think that was the name. I'm not really sure if that's the exact color that she's using, but it's a lighter brown. It's more so nudish that would kind of be closer to your skin tone. For each of these steps, guys, I am curing my nails for 60 seconds just to make sure that they're cured properly. This is also a gem. This is the Amuse Gleaming Top Gel, and this is the best, by far the best top coat that I've ever used. This is non-wipe, which is essential for the step that I'm gonna do next, and we're gonna be applying pearls. The very reason why you want to use a non-wipe top coat for this step is that chromes and pearls tend to stick better with non-wipe top coats. Specifically for this look, I am using a local brand of pearl. I am going to be linking an alternative that you can find on Amazon, but basically what you're going to do with it is that you're going to apply it using an eyeshadow sponge applicator and apply it all over the nails. I do like to apply a bit of pressure while putting on the pearls because if you tend to just graze it, it kind of gets lifted when you apply the top coat on top of it. And as you guys can see, I'm very messy with it. I actually want to make sure that I don't leave any blank spots for this one because you can't really go back after doing it. And then we're just going to be brushing off the excess, and then we're also going to be applying another layer of top coat on top. Another reason why I love this top coat so much is that it's very strong. Sometimes I spill acetone on my nails and they never budge. Plus, they never scratch. I don't know what type of sorcery they put on this, but this never scratches and it remains shiny for a very long time. I'm not even kidding. So we're done with my left hand. Lol. I only do my nails one hand at a time, so we're just gonna be repeating everything on my right hand, and voila, we're done, baby girl. So after the abuse that our nails went through, we're just gonna be pampering it, and I'm gonna be using this Cusio Natural cuticle oil. This is my favorite cuticle oil in the market. I don't know why these oils aren't popular. The very reason why I like using this cuticle oil is that it stays on your skin longer than the typical cuticle oil, and the smell, oh my gosh, I'm not even kidding, it smells so good. Get the vanilla bean one. It smells like Victoria's Secret vanilla lace. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but this is the best hand cream that you can buy in the market today. This is the L'Occitane hand cream, and why I like this is that it's so thick and it really does moisturize your hands. I'm not too fond of how it smells, but it makes my hands look so good. Those are the finished nails. How do we like it? I feel like these are my first like dark nails. I haven't really done darker nails. This is definitely the first. This is definitely the first. If you guys want to see more videos of me, please comment them down below because I also need advice on what to do next because, you know, I'm out of ideas. To put it straight, you know, even though I'm not straight. But yeah, hope you guys love this video and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!